Hey Explorers, and welcome back to Pip Explores. This week we're talking about how to enhance your cold weather camping experience. Spring has sprung, at least here in Kentucky, which means that we have beautiful, gorgeous 60 to 70 degree days and really cold nights. This past weekend we went camping and it dropped below freezing and we had frost on our tents, but the day before we were in shorts. Very confusing. But because the weather is getting a little chilly still at night, I thought it might be helpful to give you guys some ways to enhance your cold weather sleeping even when it's 70 degrees outside and it's confusing that we need these. So the first thing you need to think about is your tent. Now, obviously, the season of tent is going to play a factor in this. Right now, a 3 season is best, but if you're really itching to be very warm at night, you can go for a winter 4 season tent. Just know that that isn't entirely necessary. A 3 season should serve you well. But the thing that you do want to think about is the size of your tent. If you have a massive 6 to 12 person tent with you and your buddy in it, you're gonna freeze. I mean, not inherently, the rest of your gear could be great, but that's certainly not helping. That's a lot of empty airspace inside of your tent. And the entire purpose of having a certain season tent is that that tent's going to help trap some of your body warmth inside of it. So if you have all this extra space with only 2 bodies, it's not really warming up to the degree that you want it to. The next thing you should check out is your sleep system. What R value is your sleeping pad? If you don't know anything about R values, check out that video because you're going to want at least a 3, maybe a 4 during this time right now when the temperature's still dropping a lot. Save your summer sleeping pad for when at night it's still pretty warm. Also, to help out your sleeping bag, you might want to look into a sleeping bag liner. I have a Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner and it adds about 14 degrees of warmth. It's pretty thin overall and I love adding it to my sleeping bag, especially when I know the temperature is going to drop, because even though I have a 15 degree bag, I still want it to be a little bit warmer in there. And the last thing you might want to think about doing is fluff your sleeping bag. A good way to do this is to beat it with a tennis racket. You could also hand fluff it, or some people even will put it in their dryer on a no heat. Let me say that again. Put it in your dryer on a no heat setting with a tennis ball to get it a bit fluffier. The warmth of your sleeping bag directly corresponds to the loft of the fill, and so if you have a down bag that's been compressed a bit too much, you might need to fluff it up to get the full use of that down. And the last thing that you might want to do to help stay a little warmer on these very cold spring nights is check out your clothes. Do you have a hat on? Do you have nice thick socks? Your extremities are where you're going to lose the most heat. You also want a single layer of clothing. My personal favorite for winter is a merino wool base layer, but any type of base layer type of clothing will do. But do not layer your clothing because too many clothes actually decrease the effectiveness of your sleeping bag. If none of your body heat is getting out into the bag, then your bag can't hold it in by you, which is kind of what generates the warmth of your sleeping bag. So keep that in mind, not too many clothes, but enough clothes to keep you nice and toasty. Now, I hope like me, you are taking advantage of these beautiful days and getting outside. Let's go camping, let's have a great time, and let's stay warm, even when the temperature is surprisingly cold at night. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. As always, if you still haven't subscribed, I'm so helpful. Hit that subscribe button. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Pip Explores. Don't forget to check out the website, pipexplores.com, and we will see you next week. Bye!